Well, good afternoon and welcome to Double K Home Projects. Well, folks, today it is hotter than a habanero out here, and I am picking weeds a little bit at a time. It's, I don't know, it's probably 94. Heat index was like 110 or something like that. Anyway, it's pretty hot, so I'm picking the weeds out of the old radish bed here. You saw my video on square foot gardening earlier this year where I was planting radishes. Well, I'm cleaning this bed out because the radishes, I got some radishes out of it. Not all of them turned out. So, but anyway, I just kind of let it get all weedy. So I'm cleaning that out now, and I got to figure out what I want to plant in here. So I'm cleaning this bed out again and just cleaning weeds out today. So with that, let's get busy. This has got to be the funnest part of gardening. Do you like to pick weeds? I personally don't like picking weeds, but unfortunately you have to do that to have a good garden. I did get quite a few radishes out of it and ate them myself. My wife really doesn't like radishes, so I can tell you that for whatever reason, my wasabi radishes, which were supposed to be really big, they just did not turn out. I think I either planted them too late and it got too hot and they bolted. But anyway, they just didn't turn out. That's the way it is sometimes. This year has been a kind of a weird year. I not only got started late, but things just didn't want to grow. About the only way I've been able to get anything to grow is start them in the trays or the cups, and that seemed to work really well. My peppers and tomatoes are doing pretty good. I did have a bunch of volunteer stuff come up too. That mostly, I think, they're probably cherry tomatoes. They're doing good. The ones I transplanted. But planting by seed, other than my beans, nothing was wanting to come up. Now, my zucchini and summer squash over there, they seem to be doing pretty good. They're growing. They're not very big because I haven't had them in the ground that long. But they are doing pretty good. But we are in a heat wave right now. So every evening I'm going to have to be watering. I guess we're supposed to have this heat wave until Friday. Or something like that. Basically, it's going to be all week. So I'm going to have to stay on top of the watering in the evenings, or everything will just dry up. When it gets hot like that, you got to watch your garden. It'll get away from you really fast with burning it up, drying out. Especially if you're planting in pots, it'll end up just drying out too much. I know I got a lot of weed picking and tilling and stuff like that videos, but it's the thing you've got to do with a garden. So I know it's not super exciting, but it does help your stuff grow. I'll probably end up maybe putting a little fertilizer in this bed, because I'm not sure of this just yet. I might plant a bunch of basil in here. I've got 3 basil plants that seem to be doing pretty good. One didn't make it over in my tomato bed over there, or in the raised beds where I have the tomatoes. There. Yeah, one didn't make it. It was just too small, I think. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get some more basil started. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in here or not. I don't know about you guys, but we've had a lot of ants this year. Big black ants and just the small ants. A lot of them. I got black ants in this bed here. I got the small ants in the other bed. I sprayed for those, but I don't know if it did any good. Well, today we were getting ready to plant a few things here, some marigolds, and I got a couple pepper plants to plant, and also I've got some seeds to plant too, but I'm not sure if we'll get them in the ground today or not. And this is why, because we are facing a big storm. You can't really see it probably, but we are facing some rain coming in, so we will see how well that goes. In the meantime, let's go down here and check out the pepper plants and tomato plants. They are looking really good. I've trimmed those tomatoes up and they are really shooting up there now. And the peppers are too, actually. So I need to tie, there's one back here I do need to tie up. I need to get them tied up to these posts so they can grow on up. But here's the peppers. Looks like I might, well, that's just dirt on them. I gotta keep my eye out for bugs. I usually spray with neem oil. It's more of a natural controller. So anyway, I may have to mix me up some more of that. I gotta see if I've even got any left. Got beans down the line here. I'm gonna plant a bunch of stuff in that where I had the old radishes. Got more lettuce over here growing in the pots. I haven't shown you this for a while, but there's my carrots. They may just be a little bit too thick. Maybe. I'm gonna see. I've got a cucumber growing here and a bean over there and a tomato and a tomato. There's another tomato right back in there. Another cucumber, tomato right in there. And then right here we've got catnip growing. So hopefully that will all grow really nice. I think I'm gonna have to hold off for just a bit to see if it's gonna rain or not. Right here in this one, we've got a couple marigolds. You can see back there in the back. Okay, got a couple peppers here, a pepper here, a pepper there. Here's more marigolds, more catnip. Marigolds, there's a couple peppers. Over here we've got this cherry tomato growing like crazy. I think I'm going to take some bamboo poles and put in here alongside that to help support that. So that's what we're getting ready to do today. We may have to wait till after it rains. So we'll be watching the weather and go from there. Okay, we're going to replace some marigolds here because there's 3 of them that have not flourished. So we are going to replant some right here. Now this one here, it has 2 marigolds in it, but I'm not going to separate them because I don't want to shock it too much. That's all there is to it right there. All right, come on over here with me and I've got a couple more places. There's one here. Oops. Well, some of these just don't want to come out of there. That one's not going to make it. Hopefully that one will. Okay. And then I've got one right there. It's not making it right here. And I think that this one actually has two in it as well. Right here. There's a little one growing right there. I'm just going to leave him in there. Go just a little deeper. There we go. Those should be okay. It looks like we got some rain coming in, so hopefully those will take off. There we go. Okay, we are back at it again today, and the heat, I'm not sure. We got some more storms coming in around 2 o'clock today. I'm going to try to get a few marigolds planted in here. Not many, but just a few in each raised bed. They're supposed to help with bugs, but we'll see. It kind of dresses it up just a little bit anyway. So we're going to be planting some more marigolds out of my little flat here. Okay, I've not decided how many I actually want in here. I really don't know. I may only put a couple on each bed. I might just set them up front here. I really don't want them packed back here. So I mean, there's a lot of space in between, and I could put two in there and give it a little bit of color, but I'm afraid that these peppers will probably take over. If I planted them more towards the front, you would see them. So I may just put them in between each plant. Just two right here. Same way with the rest of the beds. Okay, let's give that a try. Now these are little bitty. This one is anyway. Okay, come on now. Yeah, that's not super big, so we'll see. Hopefully it will take off. Okay, there we go. There's one. Okay, I'll go ahead and put this one in. He's right there. You can see right there. Okay. I know it's hard for you guys to see what I'm doing here. So there, I've got a couple planted. I'll bring you up here to show you what we got. Planted one right there. Okay. And a little bitty one right there. It's hard to see. So we're going to do that in each bed down through here. Okay? I'm going to put two in each bed. Make a couple more holes in this here. Oh, weeds. Something else. There's one. I was afraid if I stuck these back in there too far, you wouldn't even be able to see them. Once everything grows up, well, there's one that's just not wanting to make it. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Crazy roots break off. Okay, there's one. Kind of hard to get out of here without busting them completely up. Okay, there. All right, there's two more. Okay, let's go down here. I need to break up the dirt on this one. It's a little bit tougher dirt. I'm trying to break up the dirt a little bit here. Okay. All right, there. Boy, it is a hot one today. Again, go ahead and dig this hole out here. I'll go ahead and dig this other hole out. Go ahead and take this little marigold. We'll stick him right down in here. Get some of that dirt up around him. There we go. Okay, I got my hole dug right here. I'm gonna get this little marigold out right here, if I can get him out. The dirt wants to separate. There, I got him. Hard to get on camera. There he is. Set him right there. Get some of this fine dirt piled around it. There we go. Okay, I've got one more bed to do, but I'm out of marigolds here except for that one that's almost dead. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and kind of just break up this soil just a little bit. Okay, and right here, just kind of breaking it up so it's a little bit nicer soil to pack up around the thing. I'm going to go ahead and dig the holes out. Okay. Now, let's grab a couple more of these. There's one. I think I'll take this one. If I can get him out. Boy, he's, gee whiz, kind of stuck in there. Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and plant him first. Okay. There we go. And this one, I need to dig just a little deeper. All right. There we go. Some marigolds in there. I've still got quite a few marigolds left. Here's what we got. Got two planted there in that one. Got two planted in this one. He's hard to see. He's in the shade. Got two planted in this one. And two planted in this one. So, in all four of the beds, we've got some marigolds now. So hopefully those will grow. Peppers are looking good, although it is really, really warm again today. But we are supposed to be getting some storms. So anyway, I'm sweating to death. I'm going to have to go take a break and cool off. So that's where I'm going to end this this segment of the video. We will pick up again here in just a while. Well, good morning. Well, today we are going to work on this area right here, which is a weed patch. It's turned into that. I've got marigolds growing through here, but they're coming up in patches and they're coming up in big bunches. So what I want to do is I'm going to take them, I'm going to like dig some of them up and spread them apart. Hopefully they'll make it. This is all nice and moist in here, so hopefully I can get these replanted or transplanted and that they will continue to grow. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and use my little pump sprayer, and I'm going to go ahead and water these down as I plant them because they're already wilting and they need some water to withstand the heat of today. So I'm just going to water these down a little bit as I plant them. Hopefully they'll make it. I don't know about this little one. He's pretty little. We'll water him just a little bit here. And hopefully they will bounce back. If I can get him up out of the dirt, I think he'll make it. But he doesn't want to stay up out of the dirt. You get down in the dirt like that, a lot of times they won't make it. It's like this one, it's really falling over in that dirt. Let's see if I can put a little stick up there to help him stay up just a little. Now, those right there, I need to transplant those. That's two of them there. and 2 of them there. All right, well, that's all I can do. Hopefully those will make it. While I'm at it, give my other plants, my other little marigolds, a shot of water this morning before that sun hits. They're looking good. These are so far. How about these? They're just a little bitty. Hopefully they make it. I watered really good last night, so the peppers look a little bit perkier. Water back in here too, because I planted some more basil seeds back here in between. So I'm hoping some more basil will come up back in here. I'll go ahead and water back in there. Okay, one more back in here. All right. Let's get back to picking. I'm trying to be really careful because there is some marigolds growing up in the middle of all these weeds, and it's hard to see. See, that's 2 marigolds there. I can spread them apart. Videoing yesterday, more videoing, and it just got so hot I can't even keep the cameras running. It's just it's been getting way too hot in the afternoons, and it's just almost too hot to work outside. So what I've been doing is I'd work a little bit and then I'd stop because I just couldn't deal with the heat. So I really didn't have time to get my camera set up. But I can take you around later and show you everything I did yesterday. And because I got quite a bit done. Like I said, I just did it in different time frames. I'd work a little bit, overheat, and then I'd go cool off, and then I'd work a little bit more. In my younger days, I could take the heat a little bit better than I can now. Can't take the heat like I used to. I don't mind heat if I don't have to work in it. I gotta work in it, it makes it a little bit tougher. These little weeds grow right up against these marigolds and just choke them out. The stems look so close to a marigold stem that you got to be careful what you're grabbing down in here. How you pull a marigold out of the ground. It's hard to see when they're so thick. I take little sticks and stuff sometimes and just kind of prop up the leaves out of the mud. Might give them a fighting chance then. That one over there is laying right down in the mud. I'm going to have to get something and get him up out of that mud. A little stick or something. Surely I've got to... Oh, there's some sticks. This in here is really bad. Okay. Get you up out of the mud. Hopefully that'll work. There. We'll see. Maybe after tilling this ground up, they'll probably start growing. Well, which is fine, whatever. This area needs so much work, and it needs covered up with something. For now, until I can eventually get to it all. Okay, we'll till this up some. Then we'll assess what we can do here. So I've got quite a few marigolds that I can dig up and transplant in here. All right, let's see. I need one here. Need one. I can go about right there with him. One about right there. pretty close. One about right there, and one about right there. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, there's two here. Come on. Down in there. I have decided that it is too hot to transplant right now. I'm going to go ahead and pick these weeds out of this section here, and we'll see what other things I can get into. But I'm noticing the transplants I just did a little bit ago, they're kind of wilty. They may bounce back this evening, but I may wait till this evening to like thin these out right here, because it's just that one there, it doesn't look like he's going to make it. So I'm going to wait till it's cooler this evening and actually do some more transplanting. But I've got other things I can do for now, like clean these out. I got plenty of weeds to pick if I can do it. Like I said, it is getting pretty warm out. That sun's bearing down. Yeah, there's a lot of marigold seeds I'm seeing that just didn't either get under the ground, or I don't know what happened there. I'm actually tilling them in. Maybe they'll grow. Who knows? I don't know if that's catnip or not right here, but I did plant some catnip in there in this container right here, and hopefully it will grow. Usually every year I have quite a bit of catnip, and I pick it fresh and give it to the cats. They love it. Yeah, that one probably won't make it. He is wilted so bad, I would be very surprised if he makes it. It's just too hot for him. So that I don't kill a bunch of them, I'll just wait till this evening to do it when it's a little cooler. Okay, well, it's too hot to be planting or transplanting today. I'm going to try to do some of that this evening. So I've decided to do another job that I've got on the plate, and that is to sweep out my truck with my vac. So as you see, my little vac here, we're going to get ready and sweep it out because we have a trip to take next week, and I want the truck to be clean. So I got a lot of cleaning to do on the interior of it, but we'll start with the sweeping. As you see, it's pretty dirty in here. First of all, gotta get the seat back a little bit here. Huh. Why is that up? Put that headrest down there. Being as short as I am, I don't need my headrest up through the roof. You know what I mean? We're going to get these mats out of here, and they are really, they're kind of tough. Big old monsters. And we'll get them washed out. Okay, well, there is the front done. So we got to do the back here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this seat forward a little. Okay, up with that. Set these underneath here. See if I can get him out. Oh, without making a super huge mess. Got stuff all over it. Okay. Phew. Okay, well, I am back and it's evening time now, and I got quite a bit done. I know I stopped right in the middle of sweeping my truck out, but I did get that done. I got the mats scrubbed and all the carpet swept, the seats swept, got it all swept out. I also stopped on planting the marigolds earlier today because it got so hot that I couldn't do it. It was, everything was wilting as I was planting them, and I noticed it, so I just stopped doing it. I did go ahead and clean up the weeds. I'm going to take you around and show you what's going on. And I went ahead and I planted some more, or I transplanted some more marigolds. So, as it got cooler. And then I watered them a little bit, but I will take you around and show you that here in just a second. I did also get some of my tomatoes trimmed up, and because I always trim them up as they're growing, and then I get them up so tall, and then things just, they'll take off. And I got them tied up, most of them. I still have quite a few Jet Star tomatoes that I need to tie up, but they're not quite big enough yet. So I will start by showing you what I've done here. So here we go with I transplanted some of these marigolds. As you can see, they are wilty. I think that they'll bounce back though. I got some catnip in here, and I planted a couple catnips there. Right here and right up here, catnip. I got catnip in here too. But here's the little marigolds. I'm hoping that they come back. Some of them are a little wilty. If they don't come back, I've saved some, like these right here and these up here to transplant later when it's not so hot. Like this one right here. He probably won't make it. Looking pretty bad. Anyway, I planted all these through here. That one's looking pretty crumbly too. Anyway, I've got a lot of weeding to do here, but over here, I went ahead and trimmed all these tomatoes up. If you can see them, I trim them up and I got them tied up. So they will take off and grow now. And I trim some of the stuff out, and that will help let light in, and they will grow like crazy. Got my zucchini growing in the weeds. It's growing really fast. My beans, they're doing pretty good. I did go back and plant some extra beans here and there. There's the peppers and the tomatoes back here. I got trimmed up and tied up finally. That'll really help. Same as back there. But the peppers they're looking good. So anyway, I mean, yeah, they could be taller, but I got a late start on everything. So anyway, and here's my marigolds I planted the other day. They're doing pretty good. Getting some weeds back in there. So, but I did plant some marigolds through here. I've got some planted in here. There's still a lot of weeds too that I'll be picking out, but I planted marigolds all along here and over on the other bed, so it should eventually grow and look fairly good, I guess. I don't know. This place, I've got a lot of cleanup to do. There's gonna be a lot of weeding back there. Having trouble with my peppers coming up. I'll go around this, back around here. I'll show you my my sunflowers. Oh my gosh, them things, they're taller than I am. Now, they are shooting up like crazy. I put a little nitrogen fertilizer down there. A lot of weeds, but look at those cucumbers all along here. Beans popping up. Like I said, where they didn't come up, I've planted more beans in the place. Got to do a lot of weeding through here. Peppers did not come up. Tomatoes doing pretty good here. But look at these. I did trim up the sunflower. I did trim it up a little bit, and boy, they're just growing like crazy. We got beans growing. Okay. Got that one tied up. I tied all these sunflowers up to my posts too. Anyway, I've got collard greens planted in here. I did that yesterday, I believe. That dill's growing like crazy. But yeah, that sage didn't look too good. I transplanted it, and it'll probably rebound. But anyway, I've got collard greens in there. I got peppers in here, and they're just not coming up. Bunch of weeds. But so anyway, back in here, I also have summer squash coming up right here. Okay, that's weeds back there. Summer squash right here. Of course, the carrots right there. And then look at that cucumber. It is growing like crazy. And so is this pole bean. There's a cucumber there, and then look down in here. There's a little cucumber down in there beside that tomato. Anyway, the catnip's growing like crazy. Now this lettuce, I don't know. I need to water it this evening and maybe pick this stuff, because it's going to get to the point that it's just going to wilt, or it's going to bolt, and then it won't be any good. So right here, got a cherry tomato growing right in the middle, and lettuce. I really need to cut this stuff tonight. Really, I do. In here, I planted kale. Again, I planted kale, and every 18 inches. It's not the giant kale, but kale gets big anyway. So here's some more pole beans. If you notice, I've got a tomato plant there, and then let's see. And no, there's two more. There's two more tomato plants. And one back there in the back. Maybe two in the back. Oh, well, I'll tie them up. I'll tie them up to this thing right here. So anyway, and there's more marigolds here that are growing. Planted those the other day, if you remember. So anyway, so I'm getting ready to do my watering. I'm going to water out front all my flowers and stuff like that. I want to get that stuff done, and then I'm going to come back here. I'm going to water everything back here. So that's where I'm going to end the video now. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell and before you leave, and leave a comment or two. I always like comments. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Bye.